I love flying. I love the poetry of flying. As cinema and technology evolves, how do we give the audience something incredibly unique and also classic? That's always a challenge. We're using all of the knowledge that we have, having made these movies, and putting it into this sequence. And that's the goal. Take everything that you've learned and push it to that next level, to give the audience the greatest possible experience.
So the work began in the United Kingdom and Duxford. Everything we were doing was a process of discovery.
These airplanes are so old, but they're just beautiful. Just want to make sure stuff's not falling off.
The entire plane had to be reinforced, then reskinned, repainted, just to create a structure that could support Tom while he was on the wing. In our early tests, we realized the camera rigs all had to be built from scratch to be able to withstand the stresses that we were going to be putting on it. Bring the camera more over here.
Yeah.
There you are, looking up at the pilot. Yeah. I actually want a camera like here. This will be amazing. Every rig that was built had to be tested for airworthiness.
Now we're going to go up into the clouds. Ready to go? Let's get some fun. All of these things we're doing now is testing all these cameras, different positions. Q and I have an idea story-wise what we want to do. We've been talking about it for years, and now we're going to see what's possible.
You good, Tom? Confirm. I'm in position. That's a putt. Fully up. That looks fantastic.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be sick.
When we came to Africa, we had to figure out what exactly is the choreography of the sequence going to be. As with any complex action sequence, we create something called a pre-visualization or a previs. But these models can't accurately anticipate real physics, especially with a sequence that's never been attempted before. We quickly discovered the forces working against Tom meant nothing could be executed as planned. And in order to rewrite the sequence, I had to understand what was physically possible. In order to do that, I had to get on the wing myself. Once we started to understand the physics in the environment, we could reimagine the sequence based on the realities that Tom was encountering while he was on the wing.
We're going to do roll, loops, hammerhead. I'm going to take you through my action. I come up, and I'm pulling up, and now I grab it, and I try to hold it steady. The airplane's pitching. Yep. It starts going over.
Everything we had prepared for, we've had to learn all over again, starting from scratch.
We can do this now.
Okay.
We can do it.
This is an exciting day. I've been looking forward to this. You gotta remind me not to smile here.
When we were shooting the first stage of the sequence, we were dealing with challenges based on low-level flow. It was a very, very challenging sequence, and it required some of the best pilots in the world, an incredible amount of preparation, an incredible amount of focus. Every morning we were having drills about what to do in the event of an emergency.
We do not know what a single sortie is going to do to the pilots, to Tom.
We just work our way into it. I can go 95, but then we dip down. Oh, accelerate. I'm going to dip down for speed. Yeah. And pull up.
If there was any sort of downdraft and you're 5 feet over the water, there is no recovery. The plane is going in.
That was wild.
For the second act of the sequence, we needed to shoot at higher altitudes. The aerodynamics are different. The temperature became an issue, and Tom would risk hypothermia.
Up there, we drop 3 degrees per 1,000 feet. It gets quite cold with the wind.
When Tom is on the wing, we have to communicate by hand signal because the winds are from 100 to 140 miles an hour. The biggest challenge for us was how physically punishing it was for Tom to be on the wing.
It can't be easy. Everybody wanted to do it.
See you, okay?
The wind distorts your vision to between maneuvers, he actually has to stick his head into the cockpit so that he can breathe. And at times, he would reach such a level of physical exhaustion that he couldn't get back into the cockpit of the plane. What's the matter?
It's like when we get it, I can't do it anymore.
But Tom is constantly pushing the limitations for what is possible.
I'll go one more. We're gonna get it.
And he did it over and over and over again. This being a culmination of a 30-year story arc, Tom is determined to create the biggest experience possible for the audience.
3, 2, 1, go!
Holy You start on these films, and you learn very quickly, working with Tom, exactly what it is you're capable of. And every time you think you found your limit, you find out there's something more. There was not one tank in the world large enough for the ambitions of this sequence, so we had to create it from scratch. The 8.5 million liter deep dive tank allowed us to bring in the exterior of the submarine, which was absolutely massive. For the parts climbing through the submarine, we had to build our second tank for the gimbal. The 70-foot diameter rotating gimbal allowed us to sink the set into the water.
We're learning this together. This is a new day, guys. Everything's a new day.
Good to go.
Tom's mask and the suit that we designed for him is a cinematic piece of art.
Because it's bespoke, it's custom for me, I'm the one that has to test it and go through it. The suit, everything's added weight is sometimes over 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's intense. You can do some growing with this.
I've trained for over a year to be able to physically handle the amount of oxygen deprivation.
Because of how pressed for time we were underwater, we had to find ways to make the shooting more efficient. Tom and I decided I would direct from underwater.
We've developed hand signals to understand depth, frame, do it again, all of these things. There's a lot of stuff happening.
As soon as I got in the water and we started to develop a process where I was communicating with everyone in the tank, we were shooting at a much faster rate.
This means, what are you saying? This means you just blew my mind.
The gimbal itself represents 1,000 tons of steel. It can rotate a full 360 degrees. It can tilt 45 degrees. It is a prototype. It had never been built before, so we didn't know what this thing would do when we turned it on.
You're all deputized. If you see something wrong, you can yell cut. So if there's a problem, stop the show.
The thing we never accounted for is that this suddenly became its own ecosystem. It created currents and riptides underneath. That was an extremely chaotic environment.
I'm scrambling to figure out, how do I survive?
What? It's just a 1,000-ton rotating set in, well, I mean, what?
I'm always surprised by what it is we're doing. That's the amazing thing about this franchise. It's all about constantly pushing the envelope as far as we can.
Making these movies, you just have the privilege of being able to explore every part of the world. Svalbard is just a remarkable place to be able to film. And the landscapes are absolutely stunning.
I was not expecting the kind of beauty and the kind of tranquility that we found up here.
It feels very magical, and yet you're also in awe of the scale of it.
Day one on the sea ice.
Pretty exciting.
Ready, action. We're shooting here specifically to shoot the ice cap, which means we are here when the temperatures are absolutely their most extreme.
You know, we've always been at pains to be in the places we say we're in and make those places a character in the movies.
Currently, we are in the northernmost part of the world, Ekman's Fjord. Can't get any more north than this.
Watching Lucy Tulugargic and Haley Atwell driving a dog sled across the ice cap was quite emotional.
You can't replicate that environment with CGI.
Great. Okay, Tarzan!
Potential is limitless, but you have to go out and practically explore it and practically do it. And it takes a tremendous amount of time to build a team like this and have that teamwork.
The sequence that we're shooting here involves wind machines, snow machines, everything we could to generate the kind of precise weather conditions that we need.
Not only is it being below 20 out here, but we have to stand there during the scene with it, you know, hitting us in our face. And the scenes are like a minute and a half long, and it's like, ah.
When it's windy, you just want to hide and just have nothing showing, just your eyes.
This is a place where very few films have been able to work there. Very difficult landscape to shoot in. The temperatures into the -40s.
You have the technical challenges of the cameras freezing and things breaking down.
It feels real. You can't fake being in -40 degrees, but it's part of the fun of it.
The face is all wet. Red nose.
And action.
You know, the great thing about Tom's position as a producer comes with his incredible technical and professional wherewithal.
I'm so proud of everyone here.
He's always looking to break new ground and to incorporate new ways of telling stories for an audience.
I love this!
He's just so committed to doing stuff you've never seen before.
This morning we saw our first polar bear.
It's their territory there, so we're just visiting, so we have to respect that.
We're delayed from shooting because polar bear.
Usually it's tube strikes.
Yes.
One of the most amazing parts at that time of year, the sun never truly sets. And so we were able to shoot in this perfect light for as long as we wanted. That is an embarrassment of riches.
Sense of risk and stakes just to be able to be there filming. I think it translates beautifully on camera.
I want to give audiences an experience of being there. It was a real privilege to do it. It looks amazing on screen.
Roll all cameras.
Ready and action.
It's always about story and character, no matter what.
Cover, cover!
You cannot have Mission Impossible without the car chase.
I thought you'd never leave.
We thought, what can we do to do this differently? What about a car chase underground? Come look straight down.
Yeah.
Look at this, it's an altar. We found this amazing location in the United Kingdom, Middleton Mine, and when we looked at the terrain, we recognized that this is not going to be our usual street vehicle. This is going to require something more rugged.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go. We're gonna get it.
This car chase, it was probably one of the hardest locations to film in because of elements that the mine brought.
It was temperature, it was the ground itself, the dust.
We decided to have a much more open vehicle, and we wanted to see Tom. You could see all of Tom while he was driving it, and it created a real sense of exposure. It created a sense of danger.
I'm in the car now. Mike's hitting me, correct?
Yep. Go hard, go hard.
Yes, you both coming alongside.
Everybody all right down there?
All right? Okay, good. All right. Everything that he's doing is finding ways to push himself and push people around him to create things that they might never otherwise do.
That was great.
It's incredible to see them work together. You know, it's like a constant conversations, collaboration, friendship, and love of filmmaking.
That's fun.
Let's reset and do one more.
Working on a franchise like Mission Impossible was an incredible assignment for a composer. Everything we did had to be dynamic. Every composition had to have life. We were really pushed to the limit.
Tom Cruise has been very clear from the beginning, this is an adventure movie. They go to every corner of the world. The music has to take you on that journey.
We wanted to use world elements that give the score a special flavor.
We have huge ensembles of East African Burundi drums, and it's got a punch that is just fantastic. There is a chapter in the film that is in a submarine.
We needed something that felt like bending metal, nothing that people would normally hear in their everyday life.
We found the space bass, this kind of bizarre instrument. It's this universe of sounds and frequencies. It puts you in that submarine. There is no sound like it. The Mission Impossible theme is ingrained in the minds of film lovers across the world. To have that in your toolkit is unbelievably powerful.
The whole time we're paying homage to the original Lalo Schifrin theme, keeping fresh and modern. For a composer, just to be held to that standard, it's an honor.